Alright, what's going on guys? Fortminer back again in here for yes, another audio video for you guys for today. And in here talking about, brief thoughts on Raw, and this is mainly really an update video more than anything that is a review for you guys for today. And just giving, some thoughts about Raw, and with this Raw, it was basically, just about build up to WrestleMania, and not really so much about the matches this week, and yeah, so overall it was a pretty good Raw. We got 2 returns, so we got more returns, so it was another night of returns for this week, and who just did return well, I will get to that in just a little bit later on in this audio video, so we'll get into that in just a little while. Alright, so right after that, we did have a matchup, and this was with CM Punk and John Morrison, 2 of the guys that were in the Raw Elimination Chamber match, and, with this one, it was okay. Both guys, really hurt pretty badly from being in the Elimination Chamber and trying to prove themselves and wanting to be #1 contender. John Morrison still looking pretty hurt, with his leg and everything, so he was basically limping to the ring, as well as CM Punk, so, nothing really too much in this match, but, a couple of submissions here, and Punk really focusing on John Morrison's leg, but really, in the end, I believe CM Punk had the GTS on John Morrison and was able to get the win, and CM Punk gets the victory with that, so CM Punk defeats John Morrison. Alright, so with that, I thought, John Morrison was going to come out and basically cut a promo saying that he should be the #1 contender and make it, I guess, like a triple threat match for WrestleMania or something like that, and that didn't exactly happen, so maybe we will get to see that soon, who knows. But what did happen was, right after that, CM Punk then cuts a promo, basically calling out, Randy Orton, and, since CM Punk isn't really doing anything for WrestleMania, and, with CM Punk being taken out by Randy Orton, basically, during the Elimination Chamber, well, the matchup is basically made, and Randy Orton does come out and basically, in a way, accepts the challenge. So it looks like at WrestleMania, it will be CM Punk taking out Randy Orton at WrestleMania. So that matchup looks to be indeed happening. So that's basically what happened with that. Okay, so right after that, we did have a Divas match, and the Bellas working as a heel this time in a tag team matchup against Eve and Gail Kim, and this was pretty good. We did get to see some things from Gail Kim. We saw, the crossbody here, the standing moonsault that Eve does. We saw, I believe, some double teams by the Bella twins, trying to take out Gail Kim in a way, basically, and with their whole thing with Daniel Bryan and that whole love triangle thing. So that's basically it with that. But in the end, the Bellas just does get the win, and with the, of course, usual Bella switch, and was able to get the win with that and defeating Eve and Gail Kim. So, yeah, that was a pretty good match. Not too bad, but, the Bellas, in the end, getting the win. Alright, now for the moment we have all been waiting for 2/21/11, and basically what did happen, well, throughout the night we did have like a sort of like a countdown clock, basically getting the reveal of the 2/21 thing, and it did ended up, yes, being the Undertaker overall, coming out, and before he can even say anything, we did have another return, and that is the return of the King of Kings himself, Triple H. That's right, Triple H coming back before the Undertaker can even say anything at all, and basically getting a stand-up between these two, which I thought was really cool. It left me expecting, a lot more, so I'm sure we're going to get a lot more answers onto why Triple H is staring down the Undertaker and looking at the WrestleMania sign. Yeah, that's what happened there. Yeah, so it was really cool to see Triple H and the Undertaker back. So it looks like we're gonna have this matchup happen WrestleMania 17 rematch, this time at WrestleMania 27. So it looks like it will be, yes, Triple H versus The Undertaker. I really wasn't getting hope on Sting, but fortunately that didn't happen. So we did get to see Triple H and The Undertaker stare down, which is fine with me. So I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen with that. I'm sure that should be a good match. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Another question is HBK gonna get involved now? Is he even gonna special guest referee for this matchup? Who knows? Only time will tell. So, since he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, I'm not really too sure if he's gonna referee or not. But, I'm looking forward to see what's to come with this matchup. Alright, so right after that whole stare down with Triple H and The Undertaker, speaking of the Hall of Fame, we did get to see who the next guy will be inducted into the class of 2011, and that will be inducted by Ted DiBiase, and of course another legend. And the next guy to be is none other than Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's right, Jim Duggan's getting to be inducted and become, a Hall of Famer, even though he's the Hall of Famer in his own right. So that's actually pretty cool to have him be inducted in the Hall of Fame. So as of right now, there's only 2 guys inducted so far, and that is HBK, like I mentioned, and now Hacksaw Jim Duggan himself. So congratulations to Hacksaw, getting that spot for this year. So that I thought was pretty cool. Alright, getting into the next promo that we did have, of course, more build up getting into WrestleMania, this time involving the King and Michael Cole, basically in a little interview, and this one was basically all, Michael Cole, talking about, the King's loss and everything, really trying to get under the skin there, and as well as going as far as talking about his mother that recently just passed, and basically TNA crossing the line there. And it's pretty crazy with that. And right off the bat, the King does come back and issues a challenge to Cole in a way, shutting him up and challenge him at WrestleMania, since the King didn't really get his chance to go to WrestleMania. So this is his second shot in challenging the King. The King challenging Cole there, and it looks like we're gonna have this matchup made for WrestleMania. So we're gonna have to wait and see about that. So yeah, that's what basically happened with that one. So actually that was a pretty cool build up with them. So I'm not too sure how well that WrestleMania matchup, so I'm not really expecting too much out of it, but still, the promo was actually pretty crazy with that. Alright, getting into the main event, we had the Tag Team Championships on the line. John Cena and, yes, The Miz tag teaming against each other, taking on the champions with Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, and Ezekiel Jackson and Wade Barrett both at ringside here. And this was a pretty good matchup. I didn't really like, the booking with this matchup, because it was kind of an odd booking with this. But overall, it was a pretty good match, for what it was worth. But really, during the first half, this was basically in the way all Miz and, not even tagging John Cena at all. And in the end, getting the skull-crushing finale and actually becoming the new tag team champions there. I didn't really like that, since, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel just won it at the pay-per-view. So, I thought that was really stupid with that. And again, and really, wanting them to actually hold the tag team championships, as long as they can, basically. But we did get, a rematch right after that by the general manager, basically issuing a tag team championship rematch. So now, Cena and The Miz, the tag team champions, defending the titles against Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel for that rematch. Alright, so getting into the rematch here, basically what we get to see is the shoulder thrust, some submission moves, double team moves, high cross body with this, neck breaker too as well. But towards the end of the match, when John Cena was going for the his finisher with the attitude adjustment, it looked like the Miz was going for a double team, but it was really the skull crushing finale onto John Cena, and helping out, I believe it was Heath Slater at the time, get the pinfall, and Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, yes, becoming now a 3-time tag team champion. So let's hopefully they actually, keep the belts and, don't have to do anything like that again. And, yeah, so that's what basically happened with that. So, Cena and The Miz losing in the rematch with that one. So yeah, overall Raw was pretty good, and I didn't necessarily like the ending. That could have definitely been done more differently. But other than that, Raw was pretty good. Mainly, I did like, actually the Cole and the King, thing was pretty interesting. Triple H and The Undertaker stare down. I'm definitely looking forward to see what else is going to happen with that. So that matchup at WrestleMania should be good for the WrestleMania 17 rematch. And yeah, so also with that, look for me and good old S&D, possibly even going on the radio, talking about the world of professional wrestling. So, kind of like the things that we do on the Ustream show. So I'll look for that pretty soon. Definitely excited for that. I cannot wait. So it definitely should be interesting. But we will probably be back on Ustream this week, and that has to do with the video. And as always, I will talk to you guys later on.